Hey, what's up, everyone? It's MugenLord here, and today I want to talk about Masahiro Sakurai. Just recently, he was interviewed, and they just asked him about, his career as a game developer, and also the recent release of Kirby Air Riders itself. And people wanted to know, what is he going to do moving forward? And there's a bit of Super Smash Bros. Information in there as well. But the thing that stuck out to me the most is what Sakurai said during the interview. And what he said was, he recommends that people just play games rather than just looking at who made them. And this really stuck out to me is because it made me think about what's going on in the current state of gaming for the past 10 years. Gaming has become so much more than just games. We're talking about everything but the games themselves. I remember growing up back in the day, I used to just enjoy sitting in the lunchroom with my best friends, and we all compare games, talk about where our gaming experiences are, or we even trade games and borrow games from one another, so we can get a chance to experience the games that our friends experience, so we can have, something to talk about. We all have common interests, and that's games. We love to talk about favorite characters, the worlds that we explored, the gameplay, and how we interact with these games. I just think that was the very fun aspect of what it is to be a gamer. But now we move forward into what we have today with social media and the internet itself. We just been talking about everything but the games. We talking about sales numbers, we talking about the politics with games, and we don't really talk about games itself. And if we are talking about games, you got people on there upset because you enjoy said game, and vice versa, and it's just haven't been fun at all. But what I do like is what he said was just play the game rather than who made the game, because there is some ups and some downsides to this thought or to this suggestion as well, which we're going to get into here in this video. But the main reason why that Sakurai really brought this up is because he wants gamers to judge the game based on its own merits and not who plays it, who made it. And I think the reason why he says this as well, and to me, in my personal opinion, is that you will have some type of bias when it comes to how a game is developed and who is behind it. You have hardcore fans out there who are big fans of a particular developer. I mean, perfect example, Kojima is a popular developer. His fan base is hardcore and they're dedicated. And when it comes to that, this doesn't also help developers as well, is because no matter what Kojima do, it's perfect in their eyesight. So people go out and support these games. Now, I'm not saying Kojima makes bad games or anything, but I'm just giving you a perfect example of the fan base itself. You look at the Soul series and the developer who created the Soul series and everything. So you also see the harsh criticisms that he also receives for his Souls games. And what I mean by the criticisms that he receives, and the Souls games are really good, but you have games like Night Rain, and you have the upcoming Nintendo Switch exclusive Souls game that's coming out, where people are really upset about the multiplayer features and the exclusivity and everything like that. And people are angry and people are throwing shade or being frustrated with the creator of, the Souls games. But when it comes to Night Rain and when it comes to this new Nintendo Switch exclusives, he has nothing to do with it. But that can also impact how people see the games based on that developer. So there's ups and downs to this, but that's also my suggestion too, is just play the game and see what it has to offer. And the reason why that Sakurai really wanted to hammer this in is because he knows, and he says it in the article, and this is Super Smash Bros. Related, he already has in his head and he already knows that he won't be able to do Super Smash Bros. Forever. He mentions that he's somewhat semi-retired in a sense, but he knows at some point that he can't no longer do this, and he wants to be able to pass the torch to someone else. And he will hope that gamers will give whoever this new developer is a chance when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Itself, whoever the new director or whoever the new developers may be doing or may take the helm of Super Smash Bros. And he wants people to give it a chance, because the last thing he wants is to retire and everybody slams it because he's no longer attached to it, and he don't want his baby to get destroyed like that, and he feels more obligated to still stick around and everything. So I kind of understand how he feels about that, and I think it's about time for developers to start handing over the reins to new developers or younger generations to take on these development projects and everything. moving forward, to bring in new ideas. But as I said before, I think it should always boil down to the games. Does the game resonate with you? Does the game offer a unique experience for you as a gamer, and does it respect your time? And I wish gaming will become that simple again. And I think Sakurai definitely does get it, and not worry about who's making it, but whether or not if the game is actually good, if the game is actually fun, you know. And of course it will bum out people who are fans of a particular series because of said developer and everything. But the more and more I think about it and look at and hearing Sakurai, like, this man, he deserves his flowers. He's been around for such a long time, and the fact is that he's also like worried, you know, or he's in a situation where he wants to retire, and you can see it, you can hear it and read it, that he really does want to relax, but he's afraid to relax and step away and just live his life, you know, and move on to other things in his older years, you know, as an older man, simply because people associate Super Smash Brothers to who he is and everything, and he wants players to be able to disassociate him from it and just play the games. And I think that's something that we all as gamers should start going back to. Like, let's just play the games, let's just have fun. And as I said before, you know, there is upsides to it, to know who's behind certain games, so you know whether or not a game is going to be great, or you know that you know what you're getting yourself into. But at the same time, when that game trailer first reveals, or when you start to see gameplay and stuff, you know, does it still resonate with you, or who is directing it, or who's producing it and everything? And I think this is pretty interesting discussion, and I'd like to have more discussions like this as far as gaming is concerned. And you guys know, you follow me on social media, you guys follow me here on this channel, and I always talk about, let's just talk about games. Let's just talk about games. That's all I want to talk about. I just want to talk about games. And, you know, hearing this from Sakurai, this makes me feel happy. Just play games, guys. Just play them. Play something that sticks out to you. Forget about the politics. Forget about who's developing these games. If the game sticks out to you and it resonates with you, this is something that you get into, play them. Just play them, man. You know, life is too short to be constantly frustrated and upset, you know, because of the things that we see, the things that we hear on social media, how these journalists acts and behaves and everything like that. You know, play your games. Just play them. Have some fun. And that's what I want to start. That's what I want to do here on this channel. I want to get more and more to just talk about the games that we enjoy, talk about the games that make us happy, you know, and also introduce you to games that you may not know exist, or games that could resonate with you that you just never thought about. And that's what I want to do here on this channel. And I thank Sakurai for bringing this up. And more I really sit back and think about it. Let's get back to the games, guys. But that pretty much wraps up this video. It was a very simple, small interview. It was just Sakurai just saying how he feels, you know, when it comes to game development. And he appreciates his fans. He really appreciate it. But he also want gamers to just say, hey, don't just associate me to Smash Brothers. Don't just associate me to these games. Just look at the games for what it is. And if you like them, you enjoy them, play them. And if I'm no longer around anymore, I still would like for you to try Smash Bros. I still like for you to try anything that I'm no longer attached to, that I used to be attached to. Just give it a try. Just play it. Judge it based on that. Don't judge it based on whether or not I'm here or not, you know? But that pretty much wraps up this video. I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about the sentiment that Sakurai has as far as just wanting people to play games and just judge it based on its merits rather than who's behind these games itself? So if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe button for more gaming content here on this channel. This is MugenLord signing off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.